Nuts and butter are completely different consistencies. Come on.
Chocolate chips and walnuts. Chocolate chips and walnuts go fantastic.
I will fucking say I will tear apart a macadamia nut cookie. I stand corrected. You know what, Jer? Touche. I'm trying
to
This is why we're late.
We're pro.
What level are we?
We are pro nut on this channel.
What level are we? Are we streaming?
That's right.
Yes, we are.
What?
Yep.
I'm
We
still
are
trying
live.
to get Atlas back.
Yeah.
Why are we live?
Because we're insane.
Since we're live, though, I just need to get this off my chest before we continue. I listened to "Run Away to Mars" by Talk for the first time this morning, and I am not okay. Ask me if I sat crisscross applesauce on my bedroom floor this morning trying to fold laundry, uncontrollably crying while this song played on repeat on TikTok. And if you were wondering, the answer is yes.
What was Sam doing?
It is "Run Away to Mars" by Talk. That's all caps, TALK. The hit is critical, and the damage is emotional. I am sorry in advance.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out right now. Because I have a heart of stone. This will not affect me.
Like on TikTok, the D&D, like at first it was like on like for some reason like the Talk is like this like obviously genderqueer individual who doesn't care about stereotypes, and like it got a hold of straight TikTok, and so these like cis white dudes are like showing videos of their trucks. Like, look at my massive truck. Oh my God, it's my girlfriend. Wait a
minute. Is it what if I run to Mars?
It's "Run Away to Mars." And but now the D&D community has gotten a hold of it, and they're making videos of like those moments in those like big moments and later in campaign when one fucking player or character decides that they are going to hold the door while the others are able to escape. And I'm just like, I was like, I don't need to be crying over this man picking up and wielding a vacuum cleaner as a barbarian this early in the morning. I was sobbing.
Oh God.
How was Sam?
Anyway.
He was sitting on the floor next to me. He was like, "You okay though?" And I was like, "No."
I still can't open Atlas, so just a second. I think it's loading.
The horse is running.
In the meantime, welcome to Mistwalkers.
Hi.
That's all I got. No, it's not actually, but
I'll mute.
I was gonna be like, bitch, I sent you a list.
I know you sent me a list, bitch. I'm aware of the list.
Level 5?
Hello? What?
Hello?
What?
Artemis dead?
Yes, we are level 5, and I'm dead. Sure, why not? What are we talking about here?
I don't know anymore.
Anyways, have fun. Do the announcements.
Yeah. I'm just scrolling back. Just give me a minute. So
everything is fine.
Our sponsor tonight, if you didn't already see the little thing down here, is Canadian Dice. Hooray! Canadian Dice is an excellent company, and we're friends with the owner. And he gave us a code so you can get 10% off your order, and he does ship internationally. And he ships
say you're
very
friends
quickly.
with the owner.
Why not?
It's not nearly as impressive as if we'd gone out and gotten a...
Look, man, it's transparency.
Oh. I'm against that.
Yeah, I know. Probably a good thing.
Probably.
Anyway, use the code TheVactaire, all one word.
You'd see my walnuts.
Checkout, and you will get 10% off your order. So again, that's CanadianDice.ca, and Ryan is excellent, and we love him.
I do know that guy.
You do know that guy. Yeah, I know.
Full transparency.
We went to the con together, and we're friends, and we plan a bunch of shit together. So why are you making me hurt right now? I'm busy. I'm trying to vamp here, and you're like showing me emotions.
I don't have any emotions.
Put my hand right there so I can't see Cedar. So our Extra Life campaign has completely kicked off. We have started in earnest all of our games. We had our first one on Saturday, and it was amazing. and the second part of that will be in November. Tomorrow is our next Spooktober one-shot with DM Jeremy right here. Right there. That guy right there.
I know
He
that
will
guy.
be taking over the Vactier channel and running the Tooth Fairy at 10 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night. Guests include Ryan from Canadian Dice, Artemis.
More cookies.
More cookies. Artemis, Emily from Corvey's Miniatures, and Todd Stashwick of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, 12 Monkeys, blah, blah, blah. Totally, like, whatever.
Humble brag.
Humble brag. So that is again tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern.
You don't have to DM for him.
Yeah.
I've got some
I have to
anxiety.
try
I'm
and
just
play
saying.
against him. What are you talking about?
You're gonna be
That's
fine.
a little more
fine.
scary.
You'll be fine.
My nipples are hard.
Oh no.
Fake.
Oh no.
Wednesday, Artemis and I are going to be on Tavern Talks at Tabletop Misfits at 9 o'clock.
They bailed on my game.
Yeah, but we rescheduled and had more games than we normally would. So
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
She says I'm a favorite, but I'm not a favorite. This is my point.
It's important outreach, okay?
You benefit when we outreach, so stop.
I do?
Yes.
Why do you say good things about me?
Never.
All the time.
I've heard otherwise. We're gonna talk after the show.
Okay, that's
After
fine.
the show. After the session.
Friday, we have Fixius 5 at 8 o'clock. And Saturday is our third Spooktober one-shot while you were sleeping with DM Becky. So that's going to be...
I love Becky.
Fun,
Becky.
happy fun times.
Becky is so funny.
The amount of chaos that is in that stream is just beyond the pale. We have...
Did you know Becky was my nemesis?
Becky's your nemesis?
Maggie?
Yes.
Yeah.
My arch
We all know
nemesis.
that Becky's your nemesis.
Yeah.
I did
That's
it.
true.
True story.
So much I'm finding out today.
Crap, where is my... I'm trying to find the guest list. Balls and ass. There it is. All right, so the sheer amount of chaos that we have on Friday is Beats by
Saturday.
Becky. Obviously, if you know them, you are aware that they are insane. We have Cedar as well. That'll be in that game. Artemis, myself, naturally. The Liching Hour from here on Twitch, and Barbarian Barbie, aka Taylor, on Instagram. She was actually on Prep or Die with us one night, and we adopted her
Never heard
as
her.
we normally do. Whatever. So
You know her?
You know her. Taylor. Redhead.
Oh my God.
Bodybuilder.
Okay.
Old man.
If you say so.
You say so. Whatever.
I do say so. All right. So where we left off in our campaign...
I don't want to hurt her feelings. I totally know who Barbarian Barbie is. I'm just being an a-hole.
I know you are. That's why I was giving you shit.
Okay.
That's an a-hole.
So where we left off in the campaign, you all had found out that the entire nature of New Tepest was not what you expected. I know you're still pissed about it. You were muted, but I read your lips, so I know you were still pissed about it. Oh, is that your portent?
No, that was me fucking around. I didn't mean to roll it in the tray.
Okay.
Can I roll my portent? Do
Yeah,
I have
go
new
for it.
portents?
Yeah, you have new portents. So.
Oh shit! Ooh.
Damn. Those are some good portent rolls.
Got the 15 and the 15, baby.
Not even a little lopsided. You are perfectly balanced.
And sharp.
And sharp.
Now, if only it was a 20 and a 1.
I know. That's perfect.
So, as for New Tepest, you determined that that was a lie. Pretty much everything in New Tepest was a lie to you.
What happened?
Oh, Maggie.
Fuck New Tepest.
I was away.
Yeah, you were. So, essentially, what happened is several murders took place in a very short amount of time. And it wasn't said so much as insinuated that possibly the Banshee across the bay was responsible in some manner. And you all agreed to go and check it out for New Tepest to deal with the threat after Jeannie had been killed. Your little gnome, elderly gnome friend. Just cut in half. Whatever. It's fine.
I don't think she was fine.
No, she wasn't.
What do you mean cut in half? You said that she just didn't have any arms.
Yeah. Well, cut in eighths.
Well, I mean, she's a gnome, so like that's basically like a very
Half.
large portion of her body. Anyway.
Yeah, essentially. So heading around the bay, you made it to
What
the
are we saying about
Banshees.
gnomes?
Jeannie's dead. She's dead. You killed her. Not you.
Did I kill her?
No.
We killed her?
No, you guys were here for that.
I know, but I don't understand.
Re-traumatized. Let me finish.
Shit! Let's get on task here.
You went to see the Banshee. They indicated they had nothing to do with the rash of murders, but you killed her anyway.
Why did we do
Because
that?
that's what heroes do.
She
She's
can't.
still
She
undead.
can't actually die.
Undead thing.
And she had the zombie orgy
She had
happening.
the blob. Yeah, she had a blob. His name was
She
Friedrich.
did have a mound of zombies, but a little over the table knowledge. Those were all her relatives, and they were already dead.
Oh.
Yeah, but you don't build that. You don't build that to save the world. Fuck you, DM. You don't build a zombie orgy pile
She
to save
was
the world.
lonely and just wanted her family with her.
Did
Oh,
tell
fuck
me
off.
that
Then paint a picture.
Friedrich is just like an acronym in there and every letter is the starting letter of every single one of her most closest family members' names.
Are we talking about the plot?
Make this big old blob.
Yep.
Exactly. Here's my family, the clot. Come on.
Literally though,
Nobody
I will
asked any questions.
We asked
Literally
Yeah,
no
just
one
need
asked
to.
questions.
She just passed through and she said no.
Yeah, we did ask if we could pass through. I rewatched it recently.
You were not welcome.
We just
No.
wanted to go, like the tracks led past. That's where Athelstan
You know what?
was up and over.
If
Whatever.
a
We were all
child-
trying to be up and
If a
over.
child walked out into the woods and became, run over by the clot or killed by the banshee's scream, then we'd all be going, then we'd all have a fucking problem with it. But we put an end to it before it fucking happened. That's what we did.
I mean, to be, to be fair, Athelstan has a thing about banshees anyway, so like
It's true. It's true.
he wasn't terribly broken up about her undeath.
So after destroying the Banshee and her family,
Save the banshee.
Athelstan saw something walking across the ice flow.
Oh,
A very
yeah.
large something, as it could be seen from the shore. Flying out, he determined
This
it
is
was
wife?
a very large thing. And returned, and
It's only really large sometimes.
Mhm.
Mm.
When the creature made it to shore, Sly, as the only one that could engage it in conversation, began to speak with a very large frost giant.
Name's Hrond.
From there, you were able to get a little bit more of the bigger picture. The
What's the name?
depths-
Valhrond.
Vachrond
Why is that in there?
flavor
Okay. Continue.
and phlegm.
Entertain me. Continue.
So discussing with Valhrond, you found out that the deaths in New Tepest were likely committed by somebody in New Tepest because they do sacrifices in order to get new children.
What?
Nobody let us know this.
Yeah. That should have,
Exosleds are created.
thinking about it, that should have been obvious. Considering the fact that they were still having apparently murders and fireworks going off while we were camping out.
All that meant is that we weren't the ones committing the murder.
Murders.
Sorry, does this mean I can kill one of my children to get a new one?
No. These were adults that were killed.
You have to wait till they grow up. So
I
you
don't
were,
like this story at all now.
They were collecting body parts as a sacrifice of blood to then become pregnant with hex blood children.
that's how it works, right?
Why? They can't just get knocked up like the old-fashioned way?
No, because sometimes people have fertility issues, Jeremy.
Well, I could conjure a turkey baster or something for them.
Well, Well, sometimes people are sterile, dude.
Yeah.
It's not just about. It's not necessarily just the insertion. The swimmers are trying to swim, but there ain't no egg, or the egg is there, but there ain't no
Hey,
swimmers.
I have the book. I know how it works.
Oh, I don't think we have that book on the library in Fantasy Grounds.
At no
I
point though does
gotta
it say, like,
tell
chop
you.
up your neighbor.
Actually, you should just check some of the books that Mina had Athelstan buy her. You'll probably gather something from there. Oh no, she had two copies of that already.
Make babies out of the people?
Yeah, because it's a cult. They're a fertility cult, and they're like, let's collect.
That is not how you do it.
We collect.
Imagine if you had a potato, but the potato was a foot. It's like that.
But why does the potato? But why does the potato have eyes? Why does the potato have eyes? Therefore, the foot has eyes.
It grows. It's like
anyways,
like a starfish.
Okay, focus.
Focus.
What are you on? The foot is a potato.
Returning to New Tepest with this new information, Keli decided to make a statement.
I thought they were going to say they're returning to New Tepest with this foot.
Can I just say something very quickly?
What?
When I arrived in this party, like, everybody's like, here's Keli. She doesn't say shit. And every session I've been here, like, she makes statements. So people have to figure out what the fuck being... What?
It's like Silent Bob. Silent Bob only speaks once.
No, she speaks every time I'm here. She speaks every time I'm here.
But when he says something, it's profound and important. So her statement this last episode was to explode the doors.
Who's Jay, and can I get a Dutch rudder?
No, and no.
Okay, fine. Continue.
Thank you. Thank you for your permission, oh great derailer.
Oh boy, if you weren't married, Jer.
Keli and Valish did some shit, they cast some spells, and then they ran for the boat. The succubus was waiting in the harbor, and off they went. The ship took off, and you now found yourself on the open seas, the open waters between Keening and Dominia. The very goal that Desirous had arrived with the party with a writ from Van Richten saying that anything of magical value needed to be removed from this place promptly.
Did you just get scolded by your wife, Jer?
My wife just came downstairs and goes, "What the fuck is going on? Who are you yelling at? Who are you yelling at?" And I go,
"Did you just say Affy?" And she's like, "Oh."
I go,
I
"These
love
fucking
your
jackwagons. That's who I'm yelling at."
I love
your
your
yelling
wife.
at work.
I love your wife.
I'm the favorite.
I kind of do too.
Yeah.
She's got something fucked up going on with her head though right now. Her whole ear and right side of her face is swollen.
Why?
Don't you hate when that happens?
I don't know. Can I? Okay, I'm going to tell you
do a medicine
story.
check.
I'll be quick. I woke up last night. Yeah, I woke up last night. I was totally asleep, and then I woke up to my hand in a very inappropriate place on my wife, and she removing it from there, and I was like, I just lied in bed like in sheer terror that I was about to be screamed at for like doing that while she was asleep, and I had no idea I had done it. And then I said to her this morning about last night, and she has no recollection of it. Anyway,
so
continue.
Subconsciously.
Stories by Jay.
All right. Anyway, you find yourself on the open waters now. You're on the succubus.
Sorry.
What?
Are we on the way to the library finally?
You are on your way to Dominia.
Everybody, I joined this game with the storyline of going to the library.
I love that it cut you off.
Yeah, it
when
cut
you
out.
said how long you've been here.
Since early September.
Last year.
Early September. It was supposed to be like a 3-hour tour.
Oh.
Come on, Gilligan.
Atlas
Never getting out of here now.
And he's like,
you're not the skipper and you're not professor.
Sorry, what were you saying, Maggie?
Totally fucking
I'm
ginger.
quite good at tours, and I point to my back half.
Never mind. I'm sorry I asked.
Atlas goes back to looking outside. He feels like that God is angry at him for some reason.
Was that a horse joke?
A little bit from that.
Yes.
They now smell like wet horse. and also wet man.
That's
It's okay,
even
they can
weird.
shape water. They can create a little umbrella over themselves.
Okay.
I would like to remind you, you created all of this chaos.
I created some of the chaos. The rest of the chaos came with you assholes.
Invited.
My game froze. 1 second.
My internet's not doing so great right now either, Bree. So
Rogers!
I heard you
I don't
wrong.
think
I
this
thought
is
you
all
said
me.
that you're gay, froze, and I was like, I didn't. I'm here. Oh,
I'm
Your gay
actually,
froze.
Yeah.
I'm like
I-
quite content.
I think I would be referring to more than just you, though, Cedar. My gay froze? Yeah.
I know, but like, I don't want to brag. I feel like I might be the capital Q in this.
Can I be the lowercase q?
If
Is
you
that
want.
even? Are you saying you're more gay?
Well, I'm pansexual. I am genderqueer as well as heartqueer. I am aromantic.
Sorry, what was that last? I'm not familiar with that last one. What was it called?
Aromantic,
No, I think I know that one.
The one before that.
genderqueer.
The one in the middle.
Okay.
Heart?
You just said it.
You said like pansexual,
Oh
genderqueer.
no, that I tried to say genderqueer, but like I did one of those things that Maggie does, and it's just like a random
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Breathing is
Okay.
hard.
gender. Anyway, I'm sorry. We shouldn't like. It's not a contest.
It's a pickle match all of a sudden.
So
My pick is more rainbow than
you
yours.
bitches are on a boat.
My queer is bigger than your queer.
You're on a boat.
I like the boat.
I'm on a boat,
Oh my God,
motherfucker.
And Keelay's not seasick this time because she passed her save.
Yes.
Yeah, but you were seasick when we first got on, though. How long have we been on?
You've been on like half a day.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Is anybody doing anything on the fucking boat?
Athelstan is, if he's awake, he's probably like curled up in his bed and he's like reading, like a little reading light, but it's like a little, like
Like an anglerfish?
yeah.
Yeah.
I need glue as a spell component for arcane lock, and I'm pondering if part of Atlas would
I was
work.
gonna say, stay away from Atlas.
Can't you not make glue?
Do they make it
Hang
from the
on,
Not
hoof?
make glue out of your party members.
Could I just take one hoof?
No.
Actually, yeah, like that. Actually, hang on, that's a good point because when was the last time you've seen a farrier?
We talked about this. I need to get my Who's Ferried like every season, and it's been about a month.
Does someone have a
Yeah,
great act? I can do
You guys
this.
weren't on the road very long before we got here, so
Okay, so your nails are fine. You don't need your
It's been
toes.
like 6 days since the campaign started. It's just taken 6 months
No,
to play it.
because you guys were on the road before we got here. You guys were on the road for like a week or so.
What
And
does
then
that
we
mean?
got here and
On
it's
the
been
road.
7 days.
It's been 50 years. What are you talking about?
Actually,
Okay,
we
there
did go,
was
like,
the
back-
weird Dunamancy shit in there somewhere, but
Alaric is just sitting off the side. Duality as Alaric, just like
yep.
Anyways,
Atlas is back.
Just
to
fuck my life. That's all it says. Fuck my life.
Atlas is hiding his hooves. It's like, can a horse loaf?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, they can.
yeah, horses can loaf.
I loaf.
What's
I ju-
loaf?
I just realized
Where they tuck their feet underneath them like cats do.
So
I don't
it
think
just
they can
looks
do
like
that.
It just
Yes,
they
they can.
this one can.
Okay, we're not
Or
debating
horses.
how horses can fucking sit, okay? We're gonna
Anyway,
play some goddamn D&D, and you're not gonna make a glue out of your party member.
anyway, I just checked Athelstan's inventory. He doesn't have the fucking book that I want him to be reading, The Garden: A Spelljammer's Mission, because Sly fucking took it.
He also has
So-
nothing in his inventory because Sly took fucking everything.
I know. So I am
Can a
assuming
horse loaf? And Google said, can a horse eat bread?
Atlas has eaten bread, but Atlas
Okay.
is also half man.
so Athelstan will have a conversation with Sly, and we'll assume that that's happening below. And they're like, you walk past at one point, and they're just like Athelstan's just like sitting on his bed, and he's like bartering for his own belongings.
I love that.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
just
Flash
waiting
Lightning
for
Boy.
Offie to go off on somebody.
I was gonna
Hey,
say,
I just-
where'd you go, Effie?
What do you mean? I'm playing D&D. I'm playing D&D with myself.
You should do that a few times before playing with others.
Library.
Anybody
just
else
cleaning it.
doing anything?
Loafing.
How long of a journey is it from New Tepest to Dominia?
Not
Day and
that
a half.
long. Yeah.
Do we leave?
If
Do
the
we
weather's
cross? Do we cross the border?
Do you cross what? Sorry?
A border.
No. You are still
If
in the
we
Sea
don't-
of Sorrows.
So my eye isn't doing anything funky. It's just dead again.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, fine.
Atlas has a question for the group if he raises a glove, and he's like, how come they accused of murder, by the way, if they were the ones doing
Because they needed somebody to pin it on for the people that are not of the cult.
Did you actually get the cult?
No.
No,
So why are we on the boat if we didn't get the bad guys?
because they blew up their front door.
I thought we were like, I gotta get. Here comes
Because
Fred.
there was a town full of them, and there's only like 7 of us.
So like all of the deaf people there, they're all cultists.
Not all.
We don't know. Also, Athelstan had just had his throat slashed, and like, how many fingers do harpies have?
Who slashed your throat?
A
The
harpy.
harpy?
Harpies.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah.
Did I like miss the one fucking combat session of this entire
Because
campaign?
like you said,
Yep.
you said she grabbed. So like, you actually were there because you got your ass slashed by harpy too, because you were right next to
Yeah.
Athelstan, like
Yeah,
I
you-
think it's 4.
vying for her attention. So like, you
You
watched.
did, Jer.
You probably
And
got
you
covered.
enraged the boss.
You probably got covered in green blood. Oh, because you were like right up. Your token was like right there. But yeah, anyway, like last session, like a harpy grabbed Athelstan by the fucking face and slashed from up cheek down the neck and just like sent his fucking vocal cords everywhere.
Do they have like gills?
Well, he's got big old like he's got big old fresh healing marks now. So probably.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Keeley is in the crow's nest, keeping an eye out for George
Okay. Make a perception
because she's
check.
a little paranoid.
Or
She
is the
got
Kraken?
yeeted by that fucking thing. She is not happy.
George is the Kraken, yes.
It is the tentacle monster. Yes.
Where did Maggie put the...
Says, what awaits
Yeah.
us at the library? Did Van Richten tell you anything?
We are there to retrieve some books and some scrolls. And then I am to return with them to him.
Anything dangerous?
Probably. I mean, these lands are not safe.
She shouts down from the crow's nest. I also thought you said it was an asylum, not a library.
No, but it has the books and the scrolls, so I'm just saying, library. I didn't say that. Someone else said that, didn't they?
You're the one that told us asylum.
I don't know. It is an asylum where they put the people that crazy.
Meanwhile, Alaric hears this, and he's like, "Is that why Van Richten sent him? Sending it?"
Sending me to the asylum? Is that what you're saying, Alrek?
Could you hear him whispering?
I don't know. Can I? Apparently not. I just look at you and go, "Fuck you."
You're
I
not
saw
my
it in
type.
I saw it in a dream. I know you're not my type either.
Do I see anything?
Where is your wife, by the way?
She's on board.
Oh, we kept her around.
Probably resting the fuck after the fucking shagging that they've been doing lately.
What? What?
Yes,
Taylor got
seen his
laid.
wife in
You
10
missed that
years.
too.
Yeah, there were performance checks off screen.
I go away and there is actual Dungeons and Dragons in the Dungeons and Dragons, and then there's shagging.
Not my
Fuck you,
fault
Dungeon
that you-
Master.
Never mind.
Here
Look,
comes
it's
George.
Not, we would get further if you stopped derailing everything. Just
I'm not.
putting that out.
I'm just talking. My character talks a lot. I know that.
Yeah, yeah. So Keelai, you look across the vast icy blue around you, and you don't see any sign of George.
Okay. She's just gonna keep watch and probably pray at some point.
Okay. When
You
you
just-
pray, make a
Mm,
religion check whenever that happens.
Mhm.
Anybody else doing anything?
You just hear from below deck. You just hear, "Fine, fine, fine. You can read 5 more pages, but that's it. 5 more. That's it. Oh, come on, bestie. 5, 6. I said 5. Okay. Excellent. Now give me the Spelljammer. Does your face hurt? Yes.
True. It's so painfully true.
Who are you talking
It's
to?
so
Can I
Sly and
poke it?
Athelstan.
Can I
What?
touch it?
It's Sly and Athelstan.
Oh.
Can I touch it? You kind of look like a kitty cat now.
So, with that going on, Valish, Alaric, you guys doing anything?
Alaric's taking the time to work on his tinkering,
Okay.
working on just fixing his stuff up.
Can you like also make a slingshot for Sly?
If I have the materials, is there the materials on hand?
With some MacGyvering, you could probably create a slingshot for Sly with what's on board, yeah.
Fantasy Grounds just kicked me.
Awesome.
Same here.
Been working fine all weekend.
Yep.
Hey, Velish.
It's like when I try to stream too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have? Would you be interested in maybe letting me see your spell book? You show me yours, I show you mine.
I was gonna say.
I was hoping for it. Des never disappoints, man. Out of character most. This is why he's my favorite boy.
I could maybe trade you 1 for 1, or I could charm you and just take them.
I mean, I'm very charming to begin with, but we can go 1 for 1.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what you're really looking for in the way of magical abilities, but I would love to see what you have in your thick book.
Are they gonna kiss?
No, Baelish is not a gnome.
There is no awkward kissing. No.
Oh, he doesn't kiss on the
there
mouth.
can be.
Got it.
Thanks, Velesh, but I don't like you, so no.
You're a little too tall.
Don't have to like each other, but
Do,
okay.
do you want a spell?
Do you?
I want one of your spells, yes. If we work together, we could maybe have similar spell books, and then there will be no need for you.
Or there'd be no need for you.
There will always be a need for me. I'm Desirous Mako.
And I'm Valish Gaunt.
I know. We all know, believe me.
And we all know who you are.
I know. So yes, we trade.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Sly's like peeking up over the edge of the hull from the stairs, like watching it like a tennis match, like they're being really gay.
Athelstan pops up beside her.
Yup, you just see like a purple forehead and like bright green eyes, just like.
Alaric's just looking at this, contemplating if he should just throw Desirous overboard.
Or himself.
Liliana is working with you, Valish, or not Valish, sorry, Alaric, on your tinkering. So, if you would kindly make a tinkering check with advantage for Sly's slingshot.
Is that what you call it when it's very small?
All right.
You tinker?
I'm just going to roll my investigation then,
Sure.
because It's an intelligence check I have proficiency in anyway.
Perfect.
That reminds me, do I have to make any rolls regarding the Garden Spelljammer's mission?
No.
Okay.
You have a Spelljammer ship?
No, it's a book. I wish I had a Spelljammer.
All right, so you have successfully made a slingshot that will work with the shoes from Sly's thing. Where's my ADHD strikes again.
Don't put it down, put it away.
It was put away, but the problem was it was put away and then something was put on top of it.
Object permanence.
Exactly. It's okay, I found it. Crisis averted.
That's a great plush Viking because we were literally joking about aubergines earlier, me and Affy.
Yep. Yeah, we were. Anywho, anybody doing anything else during your short voyage?
How short a voyage is it? Like, do we have time to trade a
day and a
spell?
half.
Me and Vilish?
Yeah, you would have time for that.
Do you have any third level spells, Vilish?
I do.
I have clairvoyance.
Okay. And what does that do?
It lets you see and hear places. Good. Funny. I'm looking for something with a little oomph in the third level slot.
Something like
You know what I'm talking about.
lightning bolt?
Yeah? To it work?
Alaric, you should give Des that scroll.
A little high level.
I'm like
Still.
looking at a lark now, like, you're withholding something from me?
You mean the scroll the Valish grabbed already?
Oh, Vilish has it?
Oh, I didn't know who fucking had it. I can't keep track of that shit. It's magic stuff. I don't keep track of that.
Is there any way I can just send you my spell list, Rob, and you can do the same?
We can take screenshots and just send
I'll do
it
that.
Discord.
I'm on it. Talk amongst yourselves, everyone. We're doing wizard stuff over here.
I did my religion check, but I don't know what it was. Because it
Oh.
kicked me out like literally right after. So
Okay. So are you in the crow's nest when you're
Yep.
religioning?
Yes, because it's away from everybody else.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. So you kind of, I won't say you kneel because it's a crow's nest and they're generally kind of small. But you do kind of like
Probably
lean-
like sitting with her feet like dangling over the
Yeah,
like
yeah. We'll say
yeah.
that. And you start praying. And just as you start to pray, the skies immediately open and snow begins to fall. Lightning crackles through the clouds high above, not striking the water just yet, but it's building. And on the horizon, as you open your eyes from your prayer, you can see the shape beginning to get closer and closer from the island. The very tall stone building with one high pillar. And as the lightning strikes again, it briefly flashes, and you see this gothic exterior of what you presume to be the asylum. The boat begins to move in, settling along a small outcropping to the south of the building. After some finagling, Calypso is able to move the ship into position, and for all intents and purposes, you're now docked at Dominia.
And the thunderstorm is all that happens.
That's all that happens.
Could you point out where on the island of Dominia we are currently docked?
Absolutely, I can do that.
Please and thank you. Please and thank yous. If I run away from Mars. Ooh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated. There's a
So,
taxi.
with that in hand, the ship has stopped, and you are free to disembark at your leisure.
Quick question: Did Ulrich give Sly the slingshot? When, and if you did, when did you do so?
I have not created it yet, though it does not quite exist yet.
But like for flavor, because if she received it while she was still on the ship, she would be running up and down the shrouds and like when like a teenager with a potato gun shooting out a window, she'd be launching shoes into the sea.
Okay, that's fair.
You know she would.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. So I'm assuming, Lark, you give Sly the slingshot?
Yes, I would. He's gonna step back.
Okay. So I need you to roll a d10.
I have a question when you're done as
Yep.
well.
Me or
Sorry, d12. Not a d10.
Who?
Alston. Well,
Oh.
Sly.
Sly. Okay.
Stop eating cookies in front of me. I'm just kidding. You can eat them. You made them. They're delicious.
Do we have? First of all, we have to spend gold for this, I guess, right?
Yes.
I think wizards
If it's in
spend
your
gold when they do.
wheelhouse, then you spend
Damn it.
half the gold.
I forget how to change my character.
Okay. So the spell or the slingshot will do a d8 of damage on top of, like, basing on the word help. Sneak attack.
Like regular? Okay.
And it will also do the shoe damage. So it's going to do the d8
It's a
for the
lot.
projectile and then the d4.
That's a
I think
lot of
it's-
fucking damage, y'all.
Yeah.
it's a lot, but at the same time, Sly does not get multi-attack.
Yet.
Ever.
Ever. She's a rogue.
Unless she cross classes.
Don't talk like you know me. You're not Gordon.
You were talking out of character. You're suddenly talking in character about out of character. Now I'm confused.
I've been ripped through space and time.
That's all she says, and then just leaves it at that. Yeah.
She like not even moving her feet, just like out of frame. Just like floats out of frame.
Great. Now I'm remembering his Sans from Undertale.
All right. So, what are you guys doing now that you're docked? Oh yes, Eli.
So what? Because I asked you to pick this. What was my old holy symbol? Like, what is my old broken holy symbol that I have?
Your old
Who is
broken
it from?
holy symbol. I did not pick because I forgot.
Okay, well, get back to me on that, please.
You got it, buddy.
I'll remind you in like 45 minutes because I know you'll forget.
Okay, I'm writing it down. See, writing it down.
Okay.
But why do you ask?
Mostly out of curiosity, but also because Keeley probably was like looking at it while she was praying.
Okay. That's fair. All right.
This area is snowy too, right?
Absolutely it is.
The whole Sea of Sorrows is snowy, right?
From what
Okay.
you've seen so far, yeah.
Perpetual winter.
It's like living here. I love it.
All right. Which one of you put away your shovels and your snow gear too early? Godric. It's always Godric. Fucking leather basket woven motherfucker.
Buckus, are you guys disembarking and heading to the asylum?
Yes.
I guess
That
we're
is where
looking at
you all
Des for
belong.
sure.
Like Athelstan climbs back up onto the deck for the first time since we left to New Tepest, and he kind of just like looks at the gangplank, looks at Des, and just goes,
Yeah. Alaric's just sitting there, like rubbing his beard, looking between Dez and the asylum building, contemplating how much effort it'd be to leave him here.
"Wow, everyone's so like spicy towards Des now."
Alaric. Just Alaric is.
I don't know what I did to you fuckers, but let's go.
Alaric, maybe you should leave one of the sending stones with your wife, unless you plan on taking her into whatever trap this is going to be.
Athelstan's like trudging through the snow in his snowshoes, and he just like laughs when Keelai says that. He's just like, "She's staying behind. She's already."
Oh, I'm not
Definitely.
staying behind. I'm coming with you.
She's like already trudging through the
Athelstan.
snow, like right next to you. What?
You still have that other sending stone, right?
Yes.
It might be smart to give it to Calypso.
Ooh. And he like fishes in his pocket, turns around. She's not even looking. She's just like adjusting some rope or whatever like that. She's like, "Case we need to call you."
Oh, all right. She like shoves it into her corset.
It's the second.
So
time.
as I disembark, I pat Calypso on the face and put a copper piece in her corset. Thank you for the ride.
More expensive than that, my dear.
That's a tip. It's just a tip.
It's an insult, is what it is. And
You
Sly just
clearly
like goes.
need this more than I do. She hands it back.
Okay. I take it back. I'm
Sly's
like, it's a lucky penny. Your own loss, my dear.
Is that Sly's face?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's accurate.
Okay, let's
And
find these.
Alpha's just like,
Let's find these books, and we can be on our way.
lead the way.
So
I
you
got
find
shit.
yourselves outside of a very large manor, as previously described. Stone, pillars, one turret, dark roof, sort of that ironwork around the roof's edge. And as you trudge your way through the snow on your provided snowshoes from Alaric, you find yourself at a door with one torch burning in a pillar beside it. The door itself is closed.
What side of the door is the torch on?
Yep, I
The
was
right
just gonna
side.
ask that.
On the right side?
It's on the right side.
And you said it's lit?
It's lit.
Okay.
I'm in the cast mage armor.
Okay.
As am I.
I believe you both still have it on. Oh no, Des, you don't.
No, it would have gone.
Yeah. Well, it's on your
Okay.
effects right now. Des, yeah, you can throw that on.
Yes, Athelstan will unsheath his.
Why is my
weapon
perception?
check.
Oh yeah. Atlas has it been over a day because Atlas is still under a stress effect. They've rolled for a.
Yeah, because Liliana is too.
Yeah, you can do a wisdom saving throw.
You're gonna have to do the one for Atlas because I can't see it anymore.
We just talked about it. As you're under a stress effect, so you can roll a wisdom saving throw. Atlas fails. Not wise, not wise. All right, Des, you shake off the stress effect, so you're okay right now.
I guess I cast guidance on Liliana before she does hers.
Athelstan will check for danger.
Nope, natural one. There is no reading from your wrist dagger.
Sheath.
Would lesser restoration cure a stress effect?
No.
I thought that's what it said in the stress level thing.
Then why did you ask?
Because I wasn't sure if we were going with that or not.
I wrote it, so if it's there, we're going with it.
Okay.
I can't move.
Oh, there you go. Now you can move. So yes, a lesser restoration will reduce the target stress score by 1.
Is the door locked?
Do you try it?
Yes.
Playing real D&D right here. Investigation check.
Are you investigating before Des?
No.
No?
I'm just like making jokes about the almighty door puzzle.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
the door is locked.
I will. Okay, never mind. I was about to say I will investigate the door, but
No, it's locked.
Somebody, the door is locked. We're going to need some picks or something. Does the house look lived in?
There are no windows on this side of the house, so it's difficult to determine.
But someone had to light that torch, or is it magical?
Do you stick your fingers in it to see if it's hot?
Well, not in it, but close to it.
There is no heat radiating from the torchlight.
Oh, can I take the torch then? I'll pull it off.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that gives any bonuses with her tools, but
there actually is a thieves' tool check on her skill page.
Oh, I got excited because I made it a secret.
Yeah.
Did anybody bother to knock?
No.
Like Sly's got like her pick like 2
My
seconds.
understanding was that this place was deserted.
Would you want me to knock?
He like goes and knocks on the door.
What if we don't want people to know that we want to enter?
All of a sudden, Lurch shows up at the door.
As Sly says that, a very small metal panel in the door, about eye level, slides open. And Keelai, you see a pair of dark brown eyes looking out at you.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Desirous Meko. I've been sent by the Grand Vizier Van Rechten to retrieve a certain book and scroll from your master.
Do you have an appointment?
I did not think I needed one. I said the name Van Richten.
Who's Van Richten?
Oh my
yes,
god.
we have an appointment.
Oh my god. I can just charm him and get in the door, right? That's what I'm...
You can absolutely try.
Okay, Valish, you do your thing. This is not the glory hole.
We can.
It's like watching a train wreck happen in slow motion.
Yeah.
Isn't that how our D&D sessions usually go?
No.
I thought it was just my Friday games that were like that.
No.
Valish, what's your DC?
For what?
Your spell save? You're doing charm person, right?
Oh, I would no.
Oh, okay. So nobody's doing charm person?
I was just saying.
Well, I asked Valish. She said no.
Oh,
not yet.
When
I just said yes.
When Athelstan said House of Rex, was there any
whatsoever
recollection? I didn't think so. No. I figured it'd be worth a try because sometimes that actually works, because of the noble background. It's like folk hero background.
I will take out my letter from Van Richten and push it to the slot and say, "Please give that to your lord."
The person on the other side takes your letter and closes the hatch while they read it.
I just imagine that little old man from Rapunzel. What's the password? Nope. Not even close. I'm playing him next time. Him specifically.
Okay.
Yes. Him specifically.
Are you kidding me? She's never going to let us back after this campaign.
No. You hear about 7 or 8 locks unlock in succession. A couple of them relock and then unlock again.
When some relock and unlock again, Sly's like, ooh. Master 5000. Ooh.
And the door opens, and on the other side, you see this sort of frail young adult, maybe elder teenager, standing there with your letter in hand. Got like mousy brown hair and dark eyes that you had already seen through the slot, and pale skin. This doesn't say anything about taking anything, but the doctor has availability to see you today if you are able to wait.
Doctor?
Yes, you came to his home. I assumed you knew Dr. Heinfroth?
Yes.
Would
Make a
any of us
deception check.
would any of us have heard of him?
You can make a history check.
Well, that's the name on the... Yes.
Do you want me to make a history check at disadvantage?
I think I made a history
Yes.
check, not a deception check, so ignore that, please.
Okay.
I'm not sure how Sly would have heard of him.
He's been here a bit.
No, she's been here the exact amount of time she's been with the party.
She's read as much as everybody else.
Nope.
She's been here like a month and a half.
Yep.
It doesn't mean she didn't
If
try.
that-
It doesn't mean she didn't try.
No,
I'm just going to step through the door and take my letter back and say, go and get him.
Okay. Just come into the waiting room and you can wait there. And this
Of course.
little mousy brown-haired man leads you inside. The first room has a sort of circular opening, and you can see a very large clay figure standing in one corner. He leads you past what you probably some sort of reception desk, and stands in front of a steel door, which he then closely presses himself against, seems to do something with his fingers,
Can
and
Sly
then the door
perceive?
opens.
Can Sly perceive that?
You can do
Try
a
to see what
perception
he's
check
doing.
for Sly. As for the history checks that went around, none of you know who this Dr. Heinfroth is. Valish, you did not see it. Sly did, and her knowledge of like locks and whatnot, some sort of combination lock, but could not see what it actually was. Lorik, however, you got the first 3 of 6 digits.
I mean, what do you expect? He's the artificer.
Yeah.
It's either the artificer or the rogue who would
Pretty much.
understand the locking mechanism.
So this
She
metal
like
door opens
she like
with
makes
a creak.
eye contact with you and just goes.
Like silent numbers conversation with your face. This metal door creaks open very slowly, and this little man leads you from this room into the waiting room. The waiting room itself is somewhat on the small side, but like comfortable enough. And there's plenty of places to sit, but you're not alone in this room. However, there are 2 people sitting on either couch, just seeming to be
Bailiff?
waiting as well.
Athelstan will stand in the doorway before the door is shut behind us, and he will look down at the frail young adult with mousy brown hair and brown eyes and say, I would rather this door not close behind me, especially if it locks.
Unfortunately, that's against hospital policy.
Are you guys gonna come in the building?
What is the guarantee that I will be let out when I ask to be?
Well, you don't look like any of the patients, and you're purple.
Yes, I am indeed purple. You don't have any purple patients here?
No.
Regardless, what is the guarantee?
I can't guarantee anything, but since you're not a patient here, we're not paying to feed and house you.
Tell me that I will not be kept here against my will.
You won't be kept here against your will.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Do you have a name? We'd rather not just call you Mousy Man.
He's just a boy.
I rolled a 10.
Come on.
Very intimidated by you because he's like 5'7", and he's just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
And you're being very intimidating.
It's like, this is of course nothing personal. I've just been through quite a bit these past couple of days, and I am not fond of the idea of being trapped inside of a box.
No one's going to trap you. It'll be fine. Come on.
Very
I can't
well.
guarantee it, but I will not personally trap you inside of the hospital.
He leans down and he smiles real wide, and he's like,
By the way, if
little man.
Okay.
My God, why do you have to be so creepy? Come on.
He goes, and he lets the door shut behind him.
Okay.
Don't worry,
What were you saying, Alaric?
I was going to say that if Liliana doesn't have a pair, Alaric would have given her his second pair of goggles of night, because I don't think she can see in the dark.
She cannot, so she will take those. Okay, so the door shuts behind you, Athelstan, and you hear, again, several locks all down the door.
As it's happening, he's just standing there. He's just like, I don't like that.
Fine.
Probably a good reason.
He looks at Keelah and he's like, he says in Celestial, this is stupid.
I'm aware. And yet here we are.
Alaric is going to study the door, see if he can figure out the locking mechanism on this side.
Sure, make an investigation check.
I'd like to perceive the room and the people who are in it.
Absolutely.
What do other people look like?
Yeah, with my eyes. Paint me a word picture, Affy. I'm sorry for interrupting you earlier because I was paranoid about the door closing behind us.
That's okay. I'm used to you interrupting me. I'm not sorry.
Interrupting.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I am.
Yeah.
Tell you that you're wrong.
Group hydrate.
Okay.
Hydrate or dehydrate?
Arc Ferret.
Thank you, Arc Ferret. We appreciate you reminding us to drink.
Ferret!
Because we're
And thank you for joining the Discord.
Yeah. Alright, so the room that you find yourself in is on the average side, about 30 by 30. There are a couple of not pristine couches. They've clearly had some butts in the seats for some time, across time. So the upholstery is kind of like pilled and a little threadbare in certain places. But comfortable.
Is there like a bin of sticky children's toys in one corner?
No, that's disgusting.
Oh, bless.
Old magazines.
No old magazines. There are two other guests waiting in here. Both of them are sort of pale, not pale, but like grayish skin almost. Like, you know how you get in the middle of winter when the sun's not out for a while, you get that a paler look about you.
No vitamin D, depression, seasonal depression.
Yeah. So
I glow like ambrosia.
Same though. So they got that kind of vibe on them. One of them has a very pointed, like brown beard, but with like white around like the lip triangle, the soul patch area. And the other is clean shaven.
What?
Clean
Clean
shaven.
shaven. I know. I heard that too. Don't worry, Jerry. I heard that too. I was like,
What kink am I about to learn about?
yeah.
I'm gonna cast locate object.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Magical scrolls.
The thing he's been looking for this whole campaign.
You're gonna have to be more specific than that, because you're gonna end up on Valish.
See, he finds one.
Yeah, that's fine. I can sense other ones too. I can sense them within 1,000 feet, as long as they're not between lead and me.
I don't know what Valish's underwear is made of.
It says I can locate. The nearest object of a particular kind. Oh well, never mind.
Literally, like Valish's bag clothes.
Can I take that back then? I didn't realize it. I thought it was. Valish, could you tear a scroll up?
No.
Just tear it up real quick.
It's a fucking high level spell.
What is it? You didn't tell me what it is.
It lets
dominate
you
monster.
Control a monster for a short period of time.
I'm good at that sort of thing. I'm just saying, Valish.
Damn, you got like 8th level spells already? Jeez.
I didn't say I could cast it yet, but I'm good at that sort of thing.
Athelstan will sit down in one of the comically small chairs, and it's only comically small because he's freakishly large.
Yep.
And it like creaks underneath him, and he just like.
Did I ever get anything on the door?
Yes. Sorry. Thank you for reminding me. So the door has no locking mechanisms, handles, or keyholes on this side.
Hinges?
Nope.
Didn't think so.
Yeah.
It is
It's
essentially the wrong side of a vault door.
You
Yay.
can see why I didn't want to be in here.
We
That's
may
out
have
of
to
character.
buy.
Keli kind of like scoots up next to Dez and is like, "So, what can you tell us about this place? What did Van Richten say?"
Van Richten needs a number of spells, particularly mind-influencing spells, and I was sent to get them from here.
Realize there's only a couple of places to sit, so I guess he's gonna sit over here next to the stranger.
As you sit down next to the stranger and like tuck your knees, basically, because they're very low couches and you are very tall.
They're like up in his ears.
He looks over to you and gives you a nod, and then looks back in front of him.
Nod back. Did you have to have an appointment?
No, I'm waiting for visiting hours to start.
I'm going to say to Kila, I'm going to be like, in truth though, that we might not have an invitation to take such scrolls and things like that. I was told to be creative. Why are you looking at me like that? Don't do that. I know you can help me, Kila. I know you can, and I'll pat her on the face.
Okay. Well, it's been nice knowing everybody.
Van Richten implied to me that this place would be deserted.
Very clearly, it's not.
Well, I'm surprised.
Lately, we've been running into things not being as they should. So
how does one like perceive if their surroundings are an illusion or otherwise?
Arcana
like,
or
not
magic?
actually there.
Arcana, detect magic, anything like that.
Detect magic won't detect illusions.
I don't have detect magic, so it doesn't matter, does it? But I will do some sort of Arcana check because I do recall Des saying it's supposed to be deserted. It's supposed to be deserted.
I will also do an Arcana check.
Okay.
Damn it! It was an 18, but then it was a 6.
Hey, fuckers! There are 2 wizards in the fucking room. You want the Arcana? You talk to us, right?
You also have an Artificer.
So he just like kind
I
of
know, but you officers, you think you can do fucking everything. You play with the little tools, you cast the spells, you heal the people. Fuck you, artificer. That's what I say.
Athelstan's like already is like just sitting with this guy, and he's just like, visiting hours, huh? How long?
They
You
had the
waiting?
guns, they have the spells, they have the cleric stuff. Bullshit.
How long you been waiting?
Oh, just about half an hour. It is visiting our hours start soon.
You come visit often?
Every day.
Is this door open? Is it like a vault door as well?
It's also like a vault door.
I will knock on it. Hey fuckers, we're here.
There's no response.
We have a note.
Oh, one step closer to getting what you wanted, Alaric.
Yep.
No offense, Des, but you know, it's kind of funny.
Look, I'm embarrassed too. The man sent me all the way from Valaki to come and find you, and then this bullshit happens.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the fucking way of the Van Rechten.
I can't tell. Am I sitting next to the beardy one, or am I sitting next to clean-shaven one? Because on the board they both have beards.
I only had so many.
I know. I
things to
understand. I'm
choose
just
from,
asking.
and
Come
I
on,
was
do better
being-
job with your tokens.
Oh my god!
fucker.
Fuck off, Jeremy!
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god! Why are you
Make
like
one a duck.
this?
But yeah. Anyway,
You may make this
clean-shaven or
way.
beardy boy?
You're sitting next to clean shaven boy.
All right.
Well,
I'm
I-
just.
What about you?
Did we get anything from the Arcana checks?
I'll get there in a second. The bearded one kind of points at himself. Like, are you talking to me?
Yes.
Visiting.
Mm-hmm. Every day.
Usually I try.
Why?
Your mother is in here. Your father.
Brother.
I've never heard of.
Tikuku is in the family.
No,
Okay, that's good.
I don't. No, I don't think so.
I thought this was an asylum.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Alastan like looks at Keela and he's like, I may not be the most socially adept person, but that's a bit not good, right? A bit not good.
It's going to be fine. We're just here for a quick transaction, and then we'll be on our way.
Okay. Anything else?
So it's just the chairs and the people, nothing else. The two doors.
Couple tables, some candles on the tables. That's about it.
Okay. No weird television playing like playing like fundraised fucking television commercials about weird shit.
No, there's no PBS here.
Aww. I wanted to watch Fantasy Blues Clues.
No,
Oh.
Which is
So-
getting rebooted, by the way. I found out today.
Mhm.
But anyways,
it is. So your Arcana checks, they don't reveal anything of magical nature other than what you already know exists within your party. And you all wait about half an hour.
I wanted to do an insight check, I'm sorry.
Sure,
On the two folks who said, "Oh, I'm here for visiting hours" or whatever.
go for it.
Just to, like try and glean anything, and then I'm sorry, I'll let you get back to your description.
Okay. There it
that's
is.
all I wanted to do too.
What do you mean?
They appear to be completely honest with you. They are here for visiting hours to visit a relative or a loved one.
You, your brother.
My brother too.
Is it?
Is it the same? Are you related?
No,
That would have been a good coincidence.
Is this place co-ed?
I haven't seen any women or anything else. No.
I was done kind of look
Have
at
you
the
seen any other patients other than your own brother?
Oh yes, yes.
Okay.
Listen.
Alright,
Everybody seems to be a bit on edge. Maybe we all just relax.
It sounds like I'm sitting. I'm as relaxed as I can be.
I know, but you're all interrogating these poor people.
I'm just making conversation. After all, the DM just said we're gonna be waiting here for half an hour.
Who is the DM?
God.
Sky Daddy.
Looks that way.
Okay. Well, I will have a conversation with my friends, invisible friends.
Okay.
Sure, I will too. I spy with my little.
This will not get us thrown away or anything.
I spy with my little eye. Something of immense power.
Real.
Hmm.
Oh wait, she's over here.
No, I can't see my own reflection.
You can see the end of your nose.
Yes.
It's cute little.
Well, you're trying to figure that out. You wait about half an hour, and then the door to the south opens. Again, with this long metallic creak. Yes, those are my sound effects. Deal with it.
Frau Blucher.
No, I just like immediately think of the door at work. Need some WD-40.
Yeah, it does. It does. The two guests immediately rise and begin to move into the room itself.
Okay.
The guests have red shirts on.
No, they don't have red
Okay.
shirts on.
Yeah, are
checking.
they wearing the same clothes? Do they look mysteriously the same, just with that one with a beard and one without a beard?
No.
Awesome.
Make a perception check.
I already did.
Oh, yes, you did. No, they look completely different.
Mm-hmm. But that was for Mina's thing, so.
So you can make another perception check if you like.
Yeah. Oh, that was almost a 20, Ulrich.
There's some similarities, like the pale skin, the sort of darker hair, but all you can glean, really, unless you intend to go up and inspect them very, very closely.
Is there anyone at the door that just opened on its own? Creaky, creaky, squeaky, squeaky?
You look through the door and you see a very large clay figure standing on the other side.
It's Butt Munch Jim! I missed you, buddy!
Butt Munch Jim.
Butt Munch Jim and... What was it? No, Butt Munch and then ask... something, I forget. I'll have to ask the rest of the Gerblins. Sorry.
Alaric's through the door. Close it now. Close it now!
Punk.
Well, what is it, like a clay man?
It is a... hang on.
Automaton.
There you go.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to... Oh, look at all this in here. It's very nice in here.
So this appears to be some sort of day room. There's a bookcase, and as you round the corner, you also
Some babbling.
see there's some places to sit. There is a person sitting at the middle table, just kind of holding some playing cards. There's a fireplace at the other end, and you can see more of the people dressed in the same kind of uniform as the person that let you in. You didn't realize at the time that it was a uniform, but they're all dressed very similarly, so you kind of put two and two together.
I'm going to check out this bookcase
Okay.
for anything that looks like what I'm looking for.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Fly would like to do the thing she usually does when she enters a room.
Trying to rob everybody blind.
Looking for pockets? There are a couple pockets, but for the most part, it seems to be pockets on, like, patients' kind of clothing. And, like,
Is somebody's cat hacking up a fur ball?
My cat sneezing.
Oh, poor baby.
I'm like, oh gods, who's having an
what
asthma?
is that?
Hear it.
It's okay, sweetie.
Is he okay?
Which
Oh,
one
yeah,
is
he's fine.
it?
Jersey.
Oh, poor baby.
He just got allergies.
Yeah. That's okay.
Okay.
Like how the babbling patients are all hobbits.
As soon as Gabriella comes in here,
Mm-hmm.
because we're sort of at the back.
Oh no, Mousy Boy is an unpaid intern. Oh,
I'll gotta start somewhere.
There's
8
nothing
years.
about unpaid.
Well,
Say
yeah, that's true.
unpaid.
8 years of medical school, 4 years of internship. Basically, you're half dead. Unless you're a Fearbolg, you live for over 500 years then.
As the last of your party enters, the door does get pushed closed by the golem on the other side. And Eli, what were you doing?
When Gabrielle comes in, just very quickly and without really making any kind of fuss about it, she takes one of her rings and puts it on Gabriella's thumb and
Okay.
just signs just in case.
And she like spins it on her thumb.
Aldrich is going to look at the clay golems and see if he can figure anything out about them without actually touching them.
Sure, make an Arcana check. Des, for your investigation check at the bookcase, most of the books here appear to be non-inflammatory reading material for people who are likely insane. Most of them are picture books.
Motherfucker. Okay, well, we're going to have to go deeper.
All right. So just to describe the room a little bit to you guys, the L-shaped room does have a small corridor to the west that is covered by a very heavy metal door. There are a pair of twin metal doors to the south and along the west wall. It is brightly lit, more on the cheery side, comfortable, plenty of places to sit, and it's warm in here. There's also a door to the east, which the golem stands in front of because he was in the space to close the door.
I tucked my halo in my bag.
Okay.
I'm just moving around to see to play with the light. Don't mind me. I'm just playing with the lights.
I'm gonna say to the intern. So what now? Where's the doctor?
You were waiting for the doctor?
Did we not just speak out in the hallway?
No.
I gave you the letter. Is this the same guy?
No.
Fucker! You all look the same to me.
Athelstan's like, well, that's a bit racist.
I don't care. One intern looks like another intern.
Were you talking to the Dax?
Yes.
Oh, Dax stays at the front desk.
Okay, well, he told me I could come in and see the doctor. I have an appointment. I have my paperwork right here. I shake it. I show him very quickly, and then I roll it back up into the
It just says, I do what I want.
This is my permit.
Mm-hmm.
You're the... Oh, okay. Well, you were supposed to wait in the waiting room until we came to get you. Did you have other business here?
The door opened and welcomed us in.
It's visiting hours. You could visit with some patients. Some of them don't have
Oh,
any
yeah,
family.
that's what I wanted to do today.
Yeah, who's playing cards? Which one was playing cards, Affy? I'm sorry.
There is a person at the middle tables with like the big red plush chairs that's just holding a set of cards.
What's the pale patient doing?
The pale patient is speaking to one of the guests that you had already talked to.
Oh. Is it beard or is it chin?
Chin.
Okay.
I'm going to say to the intern, look at me. Look at this crown. Do I look like some sort of peasant that just wanders in off the street to talk to you for no reason?
As you point at your crown, he immediately points to another patient down the way that is wearing a paper crown.
It's made out of paper mache.
I mind spike that guy and say there can be only one.
Okay.
Don't do that. He's already got a mind spike, man. Well,
We find out it's actually tinfoil.
And it reflects, and he looks at you and he's like,
Actually, I don't have my mind spike memorized, so it will have to be a mind sliver.
Just an annoyance rather than a spike. Got it.
We can't all be perfect.
It's not the size, mate. It's how you use it.
You're really fucking casting a spell in here?
He is.
As you push the mind spike out with your mind, you
Sliver. It's only a sliver. It's wafer thin.
Wafer thin mind sliver. You're immediately struck with almost like a metal mental wall. It dings harmlessly off the exterior.
What the fuck? God damn it. Fine. Just castrate me.
Did you want to visit with the patients, or did you want to wait?
We want to go see the doctor, please.
I want to... Yeah, there.
He will be with you as soon as possible. He's a very busy man.
Yes, so am I. Look at the crown. I told you. And don't point to that fucker!
You could see him like starting to lift his finger to point to the other person, and he like immediately puts his hand down again.
So, what card game are we playing?
Yeah, I was gonna say I according to the map, me, Valish, Sly, and Athelstan have all sat down, and Sly sat down, and she's like, "Deal me in."
All right. So as you sit down, you can see that there are other hands already dealt. Face down, so there's no cheating. And the person who's holding his cards looks up at you.
Hi.
Cheese is green on Tuesdays.
What about
Cheese is
purple?
green on Tuesdays?
Yes.
What
about purple? And she points to Athelstan.
No, never purple.
Sorry, no purple here, bestie. But I'll play for you. Okay. And he gets up.
Oh.
I've never wanted a fireball more than right now.
What cards are you playing?
Plum. And artichokes.
Only got roasted chicken.
You lose then.
We're gonna take a break.
I'll see you. And she
Did I ever get anything off of that Arcana check on the golems?
I missed it, but I will get that information to you after our break, so we'll be right back.
Roasted chimkins! Uh-oh, I think Eli is broken, Liz said.
Do you want to release Atlas?
Sure.
I'll pilot them then.
All right, perfect. Thank you. All right, everybody, we're back. We were back for a little bit already, but I love Cedar singing, so it's fine.
Oopsie.
No, you're fine. It's okay. All right, so returning to the table game and everybody else in the room. Alaric, your Arcana check on the golems, they're clay golem. Whatever you know as a person out of character about clay golems, you know in character as an artificer.
Actually,
Okay.
you know what? I think since Athelstan's not really allowed at the table because no purple, he will take a glance at these automatons, these clay golems, because common
Yep.
20, dirty 20.
Same thing. Anything that you Cedar know about clay golems, you know in character.
Okay, that's a lot.
It is. But just clay golems. I need to be specific.
Yeah,
You don't know
I
about
got
all
you.
golems all the time, forever.
I know. I got you. I appreciate. I take your words in, and I appreciate them.
Okay. So what are the rest of you doing, Keeley?
Probably just staying near Atlas and Gabriella because I'm sure Atlas is very uncomfortable in here. So.
Yes, and as you look at Gabriella, she's twisting the ring that you put on her thumb, and she is very anxious as well.
Keela just kind of gently pats her. It's okay. You're not staying. It's okay.
So, the card game escalates very rapidly.
Yeah, Sly's throwing in pretzels and pixie sticks.
Yep. And the bidding becomes crazy where the older man, not young, getting myself mixed up. The older man actually pulls off his shirt and puts that on the table. And that's when the interns come over and they're like, nope, none of that. Put your clothes back on.
Oh, come on. He is just making a bet.
Oh, I believe that's Jen.
What do you mean? I thought we were playing 7-card plum.
I may have been betting on the wrong game.
So this patient immediately grabs up everything, including the lit candle in the middle of the table, and is shuffled off.
For us to digitate that candle out.
Yeah, I said it. Sly's like, there go my Cheez-Its.
Skittles are canon though because that happened in session 4.
Yep.
So
Skittles are canon.
I don't know if
and
Sly
sour
likes
mozzarella
Skittles.
sticks.
I hate Skittles, but Sly might like them, so yeah. Oh no, there goes my Skittles.
Yep. So this patient is taken off behind
Thanks for playing.
Thanks for your stuff.
No worries.
And disappears behind the doors in the lower northwest wall.
The pretzels linger a little bit. You might get a poppy seed. It's like an everything bagel, but a pretzel.
Okay, that thing on the couch looks like a foot from a distance.
The potato!
The
potato is back! The potato is back!
It is a doll.
What?
On the couch.
I feel like it's very, very far away from that.
Oh.
I don't know why you're so worried.
Gross.
Yeah.
Don't appreciate.
It's not like it's going to be another haunted doll.
I'm not carrying around an extra person in my head or anything.
Not at all.
No.
2,
like
4, 6, 8. I do not appreciate.
Des, what are you doing? Flipping through the picture book?
You're muted. In stream.
my gosh, I'm like mute. Hello. I'm just looking extremely. I'm not looking through the books; they're beneath me.
Some of them have pretty pictures.
Set
And
them
I'm
down
just-
and pick them up.
You'll have to start somewhere.
I'm just leaning against the bookshelf, looking incredibly pissed off.
Athelstan like looks over to me. He's like, "You look like you got something up your butt."
It's a
Oh,
picture
yeah.
book. I want to get on with this. This is.
Listen, we're here because you let us here.
I know
Out of
that.
character. I think I might sneeze.
At you.
Bless you. Bless you a bunch of times because I know you sneeze like 7.
We should counter.
Whew.
I had
Gesundheit.
8 on that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I had too.
Wow.
It was not supposed to be like this. It was supposed to be empty. It was supposed to be a
Is,
ruin.
It doesn't
Did we just
appear to
come
be
at the
ruined.
wrong time
Again.
again?
I don't know.
Does anybody feel something vaguely Dunamancy-ish about this place? Wizard.
How does one make a check for that?
Wizard.
You can make an Arcana check at disadvantage.
I've been in a time loop before. Does that make a difference?
Everybody's been in a time loop before except Dez.
Except Dez.
Let's go do the time loop again.
Do you want me to roll Arcana?
Yeah, at disadvantage.
But I've never been in a time loop.
Then you would be even more at disadvantage. You would be double disadvantage.
Disadvantage doesn't stack. That just makes 2 negatives into a positive.
Didn't mean to roll that twice, sorry.
That's okay.
Just because Sly wants to feel included.
Yeah, no. Nobody knows if they're in a time loop or not.
Hang on.
You
Oh,
definitely don't.
that was nearly a 20, though. We have to appreciate that.
I appreciate
Yeah, but
that.
it still would have been dropped.
My favorite number is a 19. My favorite number is 19. I haven't rolled a single 9 so far tonight, and I'm rolling with it. Knock on wood.
If only I hadn't dropped the 18.
Drink up, bitches.
Take a fucking sip.
Hey, Agnes here.
Oh, gods.
Oh no.
We just went pee. We just went. As a group. We held hands and everything.
Yep. Because you don't go to the bathroom alone. You got to go in packs.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
My foot is warm.
oh god, Jeremy.
Now going?
He peed on his foot.
Yep. Did you step on a fire
Golden showers.
Did you step on a fire urchin?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Stepped on me. Stepped on me? No, this guy was dancing on me. Look at this. Look at this. Broken, gone, broken.
I love that movie so much.
Me too. That clip lives in my head rent free. Anyway.
Apparently.
Yep.
What the movie is.
So as you're like contemplating and being pissed off and all this other shit, the doors open once more. This time the ones to the south, and an elder gentleman in a lab coat emerges. And he regards all of you very curiously. I
Where's the dude?
understand you are looking for a meeting with me.
Where is this guy?
He is down here. I haven't put him on the map.
Oh.
But he's down south towards these doors.
I've been sent by Dr. Van Richten. If we could maybe just discuss the matter at hand in somewhere a little more private.
Who's talking right now? Who are you?
Where did you come from?
Oh yeah, I
are
forgot
you?
my French accent. I have not been doing this enough. Okay, so I'm from the Van Richten, and the doctor, you're a doctor. I am here to discuss maybe somewhere a little more private.
All of you?
These are my associates and bodyguards. As you can see from my crown, I am royalty.
Oh, just like Daryl at the end there.
No, not like Daryl. Not like Daryl.
Alric's going to lean over to Liliana. Royal ass.
He looks past Des to all of you, trying to gauge if like you're checking this person in.
Keely just gives him a no.
Alric's gonna thumbs up.
Anyone else?
Athelstan just like gazes into the distance.
Maybe he might be checking in.
I just picture Atlas is just like this the whole time.
Probably. Yeah.
The gigantic horseman.
Yep.
Very well. We can talk in here. And he gestures to the door over it.
Okay, we do it. We agree, so we do it.
Okay. So heading into this room, it looks like some sort of surgery suite. There is a literal ice block on top of a bunch of straw, and a blanket over top of it. And several chairs are set up in a half circle around area. There also is an area on the west wall that has a bunch of, again, bookcases, cupboards, and an alchemist set that's currently bubbling away on one of the tables.
Does it smell like in here? Is it sterile?
Does the ice?
Or go ahead. Did you say Des?
Does the ice look like it's melting?
Not currently, no.
Is it cold enough here and here that it shouldn't? Like, is it warm enough in here? It should be melting, and it's not.
It's chilly in here. There doesn't appear to be any source of heat.
All right.
And there are two very large windows looking out to the south that clearly open and close with relative frequency.
Are there any golems in here?
There are currently no golems in here.
Shut the door, guys.
Is this... Well,
It's like a viewing room?
out of character, is this anything like his father's workshop?
So you had two questions. Let me answer both of them.
I don't remember the first one, I'm sorry.
What does it smell like in here? So you can make a
Oh, yeah.
perception check for that.
With advantage because of his beast nature?
Yep.
Look at me doing fantasy ground shit. Think. 16.
So it smells clean, but there is this sort of undertone of like blood. And given what the room looks like, that does not appear to be unexpected. This is some sort of surgery suite or autopsy or something. The doctor leans back against the ice bed and regards you all closely.
Yeah, don't move me. I'm not coming in here.
Oh. Des said to close the door, and
I know, but Athelstan hasn't moved yet.
there was a private conversation that wanted to be had, so...
I'm sorry.
Did that say Dr. Dracula?
No.
Oh, yes, it did.
No, it didn't. It is not Dracula.
Dr. DeClue.
Dracula?
DeCloud.
Dad.
Oh my god,
Dad.
he's French like me.
So...
Dr. de Clone Heinfroth.
He leans up against the ice bed and regards all of you, feeling clearly a little bit intimidated given the numbers.
Exactly. So, I was sent by the Doctor Van Richten. He is conducting a number of in interviews, and he requires magics that influence the mind. We were under the understanding that we could acquire such things here.
Yes, I do use such magics in a lot of my work, but they're mostly up here.
Are you a wizard? A worker of magics?
Yes.
An arcanist?
In some respects. Perhaps not as well versed in specific fields, but there are certain things that I do use to assist in my treatment of patients.
We are not here to judge your abilities, simply to acquire some spells and perhaps some books on this subject.
And who is this Dr. Van Richten?
I cannot believe you've never heard of Dr. Van Richten. He's a famous, how you say, monster hunter. He fights the Saki-Sakis. He fights the werewolves.
What are the Saki-Sakis?
I think you and I both know what a Saki-Saki is.
He again looks to all of you.
Vampires.
Vampires. No. I don't recall who this is.
Well, then perhaps you would like to gain his allegiance, his friendship, by assisting me in such a matter. I have brought some ways of making payment, and I tap my bag with gold in it. I was instructed to reward you appropriately.
I understand, but I'm afraid I don't have books really on the subject. What subject are you? The mind control?
Yes.
Again, most of it is up here. I don't keep those sorts of things written down unless some of the patients get their hands on them.
You must have a spell book or something.
No, I don't.
What kind of wizard doesn't have a spell book?
I'm not a wizard.
Did he not say he
was?
He says he implied that he did use magics, but he wasn't as well versed as a wizard would be.
He's a dabbler.
Yes, I dabble. I use what is useful and discard the rest.
I miss room here.
Can I make an insight check to see if he's lying to me?
Sure. What were you saying,
I also made an insight check.
I asked this room, what is it that you do here?
Mostly repair work when some of the more angry patients lash out.
What are you repairing?
Skin. Bones, sometimes.
I noticed that you have a lot of golems. Or is that what they were?
Yes, they're used to restrain, the...
Did you make these yourself?
No, I purchased them. As for your insight checks, guys, he is a difficult man to read.
Of course he is.
He appears to be believing everything that he's saying.
Are you the superior of this place?
Yes, this is my home and my hospital.
How long has it stood?
20 years or so.
I don't remember what Calypso said. Were there other places that people lived on Dominia? Or is it just essentially the island and asylum?
It was just the island and the asylum, as far as she was aware. There is very dense tree cover, so there could be like homes within them, but the manor for sure, the asylum.
Were there any other boats at the docks?
There was no dock. You literally pulled up to like an islet off the island and parked.
Were there any other vessels there?
No.
I didn't think so.
I'm just gonna start looking through the bookshelves.
All right. Make an investigation check for the bookshelves.
And Des looks almost frantic.
Okay.
It's like, no, no, no.
Des, you find general medical textbooks, and more like focused medical textbooks. So the general practice sort of stuff, and then like, brain chemistry, hearts, in
Anything on reanimating?
no. But they are all mundane. There's no magic here.
Anything in this? Like, I just keep looking.
Nothing in there. Where Athelstan has moved is a potion set, or like an alchemist set that is currently bubbling away. And you can see through glass doors that there are several potion vials behind the glass.
What do you concoct here?
Healing potions, mainly.
Was this, at a character moves, was this something like that of Asalin's workshop?
Right, you did ask that.
Sorry.
No, I forgot. Yes and no. There are aspects of it that remind you of your father's workshop, but this is far more succinct, far more focused. Your father's workshop was more, whatever sort of discovery I can make, I will make it regardless of the cost, regardless of the space, etc., etc., etc. This seems to be focused on, like he said, healing potions. You do recognize those behind the glass.
There's a dear old daddy can't. There's an old dog who can't learn new tricks.
Yeah. And yeah, it seems like it is some sort of medical operation suite to help.
What's the mortality rate of your patients, if I may ask?
In the last year, I've lost one.
Out of how many?
50 or so.
High turnover?
No. Most who come stay.
Afflictions?
Madness, mainly.
Who is your benefactor?
Myself.
I have not heard of you.
Just gives like a helpless shrug and then looks at Des. I've not heard of your Dr. Van Richten either.
Is there a significant event in the realms that might have taken place recently that would be known? Like some sort of like squabble or war or... I'm looking for like a time reference. If that, I know it's hard because time is fucky here,
Yeah.
but like...
So going from Dark on time, using Dark on time, approximately 20 years ago, there was an incursion from Dark on.
Oh, that
Barovia.
incursion. Okay. Yeah. I remember.
It was unsuccessful, as most of the forces died in the mists.
Yeah, and then dear old dad did some hinky shit.
Yeah. But as for something that occurs across the domains, you don't know of anything.
You ever been to Darkon, Doctor?
No, where's that?
Somewhere beyond the Sea of Sorrows through the mists.
Oh, no, I've never traveled beyond the mists.
I've heard a few things about this place, and this is not what I expected.
Kind of like glances around his surgical suite, a little almost self-conscious. What were you expecting?
He looks at Keelai.
He also looks at Keelai.
I'm not sure what we were expecting.
I know it was not this.
I'm sorry.
There's something fucky going on here.
You like teach
We were-
classes in here? There's a lot of
I
extra
do.
chairs.
Yes. Some of the guests, the visitors, also sit in on procedures for their families, family members. But for the most part, it is my interns.
So not only is this an asylum, this is a school.
I would say there are classes. I wouldn't call it a school, no. But I do try to educate those that work for me.
Is this door open? Because I can see through it.
It's a window, actually.
Into another room?
Into another room. So you are peeking into what looks to be some sort of observation room. You can see just barely a desk with some writing stuff on top and a small chest of drawers.
Are these windows down here too?
Yep, those down there are windows as well.
Judging by the snow, I'm guessing windows to outside.
Yes.
Well, that's good to know at least.
There are bars on the windows.
Yeah, of course.
'Cause
Figured.
It's an asylum.
Yeah.
But
Could you show me the magic that you do use? Do you have this on scroll? Oh, you say it just in your head.
it is just in my head, yes.
Maybe I could have a look in there. And I start to walk towards him.
Head, and he just backs up like half a step as you approach.
Is there a
I'll
way
be
that
j-
we can get this knowledge from you without?
Can you write a scroll?
No.
Why don't you lie back on your slab here? I promise to be gentle.
You're making me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I
me
know.
too.
Yeah.
It's a very simple spell, everybody. Come on.
We all look at Valish.
I'm gonna go over here.
Okay.
I
If
think
you say you keep them in your mind, I can just take a peek.
Des,
I
Yes?
would
A little-
prefer you didn't.
play the game.
I am tired of this game.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
This grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
Too damn bad. Woo!
Suddenly there's a whole bunch of gully dwarves here.
Yeah.
Madeline!
I'm just saying, there are ways, so if it is in his mind, that we can remove it. Valish knows. It's very easy, actually.
I
The
understand
man just
that it
needs
may
to
be,
cooperate with us.
I understand that it may be very easy, but we are strangers here, and I'm sure you know about as much as I do about his compatriot and how hard they can hit if he feels threatened. And we are not here to threaten you, Doctor. And he thinks to himself and to Mina, at least not you.
I do feel a little threatened, I will be honest.
Oh yeah, no, he has that effect on people apparently. And Sly's like, yeah.
Would you have any books or tomes stored anywhere else in the hospital that perhaps I could look at?
Does he have pockets?
Library.
He does have pockets, yes.
Oh, you know Sly's gonna give it a try.
I'm sure that you have a study.
I do. I have 2 studies. Or observation rooms, really, but
Is there anything that Des could learn from there?
I don't know exactly what I can do to help you. I don't have any magical writings or anything. Okay.
When he says that, she like very pointedly looks at Valish. About when he says that he doesn't have any magical things.
Writings.
Magical writings. Just looks at Valish and hopes to God that Valish gets the message from across the fucking room.
No magical writings. What would he have?
I'm interested in sitting in on one of
Like,
your.
She's trying to get you to like detect magic or something.
Not detect magic.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No, Ulrich does.
I knew somebody had it. I couldn't remember who.
I can detect thoughts.
I have the charm person.
Alaric is going to hold the wand of detect magic behind his back.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand?
Mm-hmm.
That I should be able to do.
I feel like if I kept charm person and it fails, then we're going to have the clay guys come in.
Well, yeah, we're in a room with no exits.
There are
Except
windows.
Start a fight in here.
The windows have bars on them.
Do they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even the one into the other study?
It's an asylum.
No.
The problem
there
problem with going further into the asylum is that we're going further into the asylum.
I know, but that is probably what I'm looking for in there. Unless you think Fenric then has lied to me.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Doctor?
So just before you go on, let me get to the rolls that have been made.
Sorry.
Alaric, you feel relatively confident that he did not see it because his back is to you currently, and he is speaking to Des and Athelstan for the moment. Sly feels a little stealthy. However, she is directly in front of him.
She's like sitting there like a cat, her tail whipping back and forth. She's like,
ready.
Or doing the shoulder thing.
As for the insight checks, he is a difficult man to read. He does appear to be genuinely concerned, as there are many of you and one of him. But that's about all you can get.
But he hasn't called for the golems, right?
No, not yet.
Doctor, you'll have to forgive me. We are here to learn. And as you can tell, many of us do not have tact. No offense.
I would agree with that assessment, yes.
The offense taken.
Good. Forgive my compatriots. We are here, like I said, to learn. Passing by, seeking knowledge for the betterment of the realms and whatnot. I feel that it would be beneficial to learn from you, and perhaps you may learn from us.
What do you have to offer?
Quite a bit.
You came here specifically for some of my knowledge. What knowledge are you offering in return?
You ever heard of the House of Rex? Just asking. I know you haven't been to Darkon, but
No. Never heard of House Rex.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of Valaki?
No.
New Tepest?
Oh, yes, that's across the way there.
Know anything about it?
They're a bunch of cultist creeps.
I was not aware of that, but I know they have a very strange... I believe they're all hard of hearing or deaf, perhaps, completely?
Show 'em, Kili.
Ding, 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 ding.
Eli opens her bag and lets her halo out.
What is that?
She steps forward. She makes sure that she stays in between him and Gabriella, but steps forward so that he can look at it.
He pulls a little monocle out of one of his breast pockets and shoves it into the eye.
Stan's keeping a very keen eye on this guy as he observes Kili.
Oh, he's got his hands kind of tucked behind his back. He's not making any move to make physical contact with her whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
It's very What is the nature of it?
In Celestial, he says, "We are not from here."
He does not speak Celestials.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you an odd look.
And a language, as we have established, is almost musical. Strange.
I
Then
can.
he says in common, "We are not from here." Well, sort of, but no.
I'm most definitely not from here.
No.
Quite evident.
You call yourself healer?
I try to. Yes.
We know of healing.
Okay, so if you'll let me, I can show you a little.
Very well. And in
She
exchange, you wish my knowledge on mind manipulation. Correct?
And he, Athelstan will cut a look over at Des. Is that sufficient?
See.
Well,
Perhaps.
I cannot
I
go
have
back. I cannot go back to Van Richten with only like a little. I need something significant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that I'm here to take it. I was given money and things like that to pay for, but
if he wants knowledge for knowledge, I can.
He seems to be a benefactor who has no need of monetary value.
I do have one or two other things, but I want to see the stuff before I start talking about what I have.
Mm-hmm.
quick pause. Alaric, your detect magic detects several beacons. Obviously, all of the potions that have been brewed and are currently in the cabinet, as well as the potion currently brewing. There are several dings on the other side of the wall. You get things like transmutation, evocation, and conjuration, as well as somewhat to the northwest of you. Directly north of where you are sitting and up a level, you get conjuration and illusion.
That sounds like it'd be pinging off all the golems.
You are able to kind of identify like where the golems are. There are the two on this level. There are also 6 upstairs. And directly behind you, you have a ping of divination magic.
Out the window?
No, it's northeast.
Like that way on the
Alaric.
map? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Still likely within, but it's currently northeast of where Alaric.
Okay.
I can show you what I am able to do and see if that will be sufficient exchange of knowledge.
Sure.
Very well. And he moves to the north doors and opens them to call over one of the interns. He says something in a language I don't think anybody has. Does anybody speak deep speech?
No.
I don't think so, but might as
Oh,
well.
I don't like that.
Closest I would have is infernal.
Does speak deep speech? Okay.
My father taught me that.
Alright, so Des, you hear him say, I need patient B33.
I'm not going to let on that I understood him.
Okay. Just one moment, and I will show you what I'm able to do. I would offer you tea, but unfortunately I would have to leave to do that, and you're all very intimidating.
Is he like, am I waiting to show him, or what am I doing here?
It's up to you.
Hold.
Okay.
Um,
I got two things I can do. The first one is really small, and the second one, I don't want anybody standing next to me when I do it. So.
Athelstan says in Celestial that what you have may be worth much more than he is able to give, so hold for now.
She says back in Celestial, I have two things.
Yes.
One is rather small.
It doesn't matter how small you think it is. It is very valuable, especially to him. Or anybody else without your power.
Okay.
Deseret's just going to edge back to the window.
Sure. So Des, as you move closer to the window, you begin to hear a metallic clunking and creaking, and then something metal sliding against metal. It goes on for about a minute, and then it stops with another loud clunk.
Okay. I'm going to have my, beneath my robes, I'm going to have my tentacle rod ready to go.
Got your rod beneath your robes. Gotcha.
That's right.
Your wriggly rod.
Because I know the type of creatures that speak deep speech.
Okay. About a minute and a half, 2 minutes after that, Des, you hear the clunking again. And then the metal on metal grinding.
Okay.
Eli?
Would Keeley at least recognize that it's deep speech, even if she doesn't speak it? Given her history, would she at least recognize that sound?
I would say it's familiar, but you may not be able to place it specifically just because of your kind of...
Yeah, because everything's a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say you can kind of pinpoint it to something on the evil planes, so abyssal, deep, infernal, something in
definitely
that
something
wheelhouse.
from her past.
Yeah.
I'm going to motion Valish to come over to me.
Would Alaric have recognized it due to the fact he had spent time in the Underdark?
It's undercommon.
Yeah, it's more undercommon. Thieves can't. That stuff. So I would say no.
Do you think thieves can't too?
I'm going to say to Valish, do you know, I can't remember your spell book. Do you know protection from evil?
No. No.
He talked. I know, but I don't like you. I don't like you.
Crew, Keeli knows it. Crew.
He spoke deep speech.
Metagaming pigeon. Where the fuck did that come from?
Are you familiar with that language?
Vaguely. I
know.
know.
Said this is the language of aberrants, like man flares and things like that.
Oh, great!
He asked for a patient. He's bringing a patient down. You need to be ready to protect your mind. I'm not so sure that he's not bringing something down to deal with us.
Well, we'll find out.
Yes, make sure the artificer and his wife are closest to the door, maybe.
I'll just
I love a tragedy. Let's do this.
Slide over here.
Alaric is going to get a sense, even if he can't hear what Des is saying, he's just going to suddenly have a feeling, and he's going to He's gonna look down and just contemplate just launching a fireball at Ezra's aunt's robes.
Athelstan looks at him and he's like this, and he thinks, and like his eyeballs say, "This is a very small room."
While I'm standing here, can I hear this sound that Des was hearing?
Faintly, yeah.
What does it sound like? Like it's just sort of like chains?
It was a very loud clunking noise, and then the sound of metal scraping against metal, and not like lightly rubbing. We're talking like scraping.
Are you familiar with the term "release the kraken"? Not that this is a kraken, I know that's.
Oh no, George!
George.
All I'm saying is, Velish, be
I was
careful.
expecting George the whole way here.
Before you die, where's your spell book?
In his pants.
Yeah.
Next to the Ghiblies.
Studio Ghiblies.
My spell book emulates upon my death.
Oh. You have to teach me how to do that.
I love that magic. I love that little thing about certain magic users. I love the death curse. Oh god, it just hits right,
So
like I may be dying, but I want to fuck your life up.
Pretty much. So after the second screeching metal and then the last clunk, you hear.
Are we all hearing that?
Anybody who's on like the west side of the room for sure. It's not super loud because you're not right up against the wall, but you do hear it on the other side of the wall.
Based off Tommen's machinations, can that be any sort of familiarity? I mean, is there any sort of familiarity?
Actually, I think Keela and Athelstan, you have a good idea of what this might be. I can't tell. Like your faces are sending me mixed messages.
Like something out of.
Well, they don't. I didn't tell them about
laboratory.
the deep speech, right?
I hope it's not that.
It's an elevator, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that means that this place goes deeper, and I don't appreciate that.
It also goes up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I knew there was a second floor, like as you said that, but
I have a tentacle rod. I always go deeper.
Use lube.
Yeah. Moving on.
Damn. We agree, so we do it.
So, anyways, yeah, we wait for this, whatever the fuck this is.
Fucking lift in here.
So the intern appears in the door and is holding the shoulders of a very small figure who's kind of like bundled up in some robes, and like it's all patchwork and like a blanket over top, and the figure is moved in by their shoulders to the bed, and
Are they naked?
No, they're all. I just said they were all wrapped up in like robes.
Underneath the wrap. I thought when they lie down, they maybe see some barefoot or something.
No,
I'm barefoot.
What's that?
I'm barefoot.
This is true. This is true.
Says in my name. Cedar the barefoot.
It's in my name.
It's in my name. It's in my name.
Anyways,
so the doctor moves around to the back of the table, standing over this now prone figure. Just checking in, making sure it's okay that I do my thing.
Are you going to cut him?
No.
Burn him?
No.
Freeze him?
Well, the bed is ice, but that's mainly to slow the blood.
Proceed.
It may be alarming at first. I will be releasing something that they are already under the mechanisms, the machinations of, and then I will need to subdue once more.
Sly is already ducking behind a chair, like...
Is that alright?
You make any funny movements, I will fong you. I will kill you.
What would you... It's magic. There are some magic.
Leave that to your interpretation, sir. You do what you need to do. But if it gets weird, you're going to fucking die. Do it.
This is all
Do
going
it.
to be weird for you. You've never seen anything like this.
Do it. You'd be surprised what these fuckers have seen.
Yes.
Alaric is just sitting there holding the bridge of his nose like...
So he very anxiously watches Dez as he begins to cast a spell. And as soon as he's done making his somatic gestures, the figure on the table begins to scream.
Okay.
Athelstan, you know this is Dispel Magic.
Yep.
Okay.
Alaric as well.
I want to make a check too.
Okay.
But I'm not so much making a check for what kind of what spell it is. I want to know what he's harnessing. So is he making arcane gestures like a wizard? Is he drawing power from within like a sorcerer, or maybe someone who can innately cast?
Okay. Go ahead.
And I'm trying to figure out like how. Well, first off, what if I would know what the spell is, but also why is something like that causing somebody to scream?
Okay. So do you mean his spell causing the person to scream, or just...
So is it the spell causing it? Is it, or was there some kind of effect that was on them that is...
I think the latter.
Blocked?
Okay.
My detect magic should still be up.
It is, and you do... And let me just figure out which one it is. I always mix this up. So it is a measure of enchantment magic. And abjuration. It's like a mix of the two.
A binding.
It is dispel magic. And Des, you're able to determine that this is more innate than something written or learned. It might have been given from a patron. It may have been something built from within. It could even be more like Heli's magic, where it comes from some sort of god.
Oh!
There's Cthulhu.
So as this figure starts screaming, he's quick to like push down on the figure's shoulder and hold them down, and he begins to cast again, and the screaming stops. He backs up and like has his hands up a little bit. Are we okay? Was that...
Look at all the dice.
That...
Yeah, I use an inspiration.
Tell me there's more to the show, Doctor.
No.
You drop a barrier, he screams a bit, and then...
Well, the madness took over briefly when I released my spell. And then...
Did we see him put a binding back on him?
Yeah, he cast another spell.
He just did, yeah, that's why a couple of us did the
Okay.
Arcana.
Athelstan, you... Baelish, No, that was your old check.
It's the previous, trying to figure out what was going on.
Okay, so Athelstan, he did cast something, but you don't know what it was. It's not in your wheelhouse. It's not something that you're aware of.
Not even from the so it's definitely not like wizard style or warlock style.
No.
Not even druidic. Okay.
It might have some basis in druidism, but it's not anything that you've witnessed.
Des is gonna walk up and start removing guys' robes, and I'm looking for, you know those marks I had?
Yep.
I'm looking for marks on the body.
Okay, wait. You can't touch my patient.
I just look at him.
It's privacy.
Or who?
The patient.
Be gentle, Des.
I must insist you do not touch them any further.
Want to see his body. All
Oh
of
wait,
it.
Keeley didn't have any. I was gonna say show him, but never mind. Keeley didn't have any. Show him, Des.
What plagues his mind?
An unknown ailment of the mind. I have not yet determined its cause.
Tell us about this spell that you've just cast upon this person.
It's a calming spell. It's a mixture of several things. It's a calming spell. It's meant to not lock away their mind per se. They are still able to function.
I'm gonna cast read thoughts and read the patient's mind.
Okay.
And I'm not, as usual, I'm not polite about it. I just dive right in.
Okay. So this patient is unfortunately unable to resist you diving into their mind at the moment. And as you push through the layers of precisely what he said, it's some sort of calming magic meant to temporarily lobotomize the patient.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Essentially.
Mm-hmm.
However, beneath the layers of that, you get to the screaming. Just endless, endless, endless screaming. And you push below that, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Just to protect myself, I'm going to spend my point of inspiration on this save. Because, I don't particularly want to fail this.
Y'all who are in the chat can totally jump in anytime to help us or mostly help us.
Didn't
Yeah.
you have
Give us some inspiration and stuff.
Didn't you have 215 portents?
Yeah, I do have 215 portents, so if with advantage I didn't get above 15, I'll substitute.
No, you got above 15, so you're good.
Okay.
So you push past the screaming and you shake off this looming stress effect of just this constant screaming and screaming and screaming. And
Yeah, I would think maybe as Dez is standing at the foot of the thing, like he maybe shivers a bit as he pushes through that.
Okay. And as you get through the screaming and you're met with this blessed silence for just a moment, you hear, Des? And as you look down, you see just this little gap, almost like a burqa of these eyes looking out at you. And you recognize these eyes. And there's just like the smallest wisp of pink eyebrows. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Is that Breeze? What?
So,
Who
thanks
is this
everybody for
patient?
watching. We will be here tomorrow for the Tooth Fairy, which is being DM'd by Jeremy over here, our lovely francophone wizard. Artemis will be in that game, as well as Emily from Corvey's Miniatures, Brian from Canadian Dice, our sponsor, and Todd Stashwick. So our sponsor again tonight is Canadian Dice. Go to canadiandice.ca for 10% off your purchase by using the code THEVECTER, all one word. And Wednesday, Artemis and I are going to be over at Tabletop Misfits for an interview on Tavern Talks, so come check us out over there. And I'm going to run away now before they all yell at me. So stick around for the raid, and we'll see you tomorrow.
It's either